all too familiar scene. Under the hood of another truck. And I'm getting ready, well, to install the headers on this one. I figured I'll best start with doing, now that I got it running, best start with headers. That way I can take these old manifolds off. They're already cut underneath. And, well, paint the block because this orange is old and fading. And really, let's be honest, I'm not a fan of orange and blue together. Alright, so since the headers are and everything is out of the way, and I have the high torque mini starter off the old work truck, this big old bulky starter, well, it's gonna go. Don't really have a need for it. So the high torque mini starter being off my work truck cost me, well, obviously I got my use out of it. It's still good, and I just replaced it since I already had all the exhaust off and had a new one already, for just in case. Since swapping it out, it's really not putting anything into the budget on this truck, and I can still resell this one because people still buy these big old bulky things. And, well, it'll take some of the budget back, and it'll lighten up the truck at the same time. And, without it in the way, I can go ahead and paint this part of the block. Alright, well, it's getting a little dark. Just because that's what it does now. It gets dark early. No big deal. Got the header started just fine. Tightening it up now. Basically, same old process. Until you forget where you set some of your tools, or they just fall off the front of a truck. Which seems to happen to me a lot on these trucks. That's alright. I'm used to it now. Luckily, it's pretty well lining up and going in just fine. Other than the fact that I'm having trouble keeping a light somewhere. But since it is getting so dark, I'm just going to finish this one right here real quick. And finish everything up in the morning. Couple reasons I'm not going to start with the headers on, because some things need to be this, the wiring, those lines down there that are right up against the header. I've had try to move them back a little bit. So that they're not on the header. underneath is hooked up to the collector. It doesn't look the best because the exhaust pipe is 2 1/4, I believe, and the reducer from the collector is 2 1/2. So I had to tack and beat it around. That's okay. This truck is not meant to be perfect. And of course, you know, I have to add some tailpipes on this. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like that. So, well, looks like I need to change it around. Also, I don't like the fact that you can see the tailpipe right behind the tire either. So I just may paint that part black and hide it when I paint everything black behind there. But yeah, that's doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Change that later. But it's starting to look a lot better under here. I'm also going to have to pull the distributor and redo the timing because I don't like where number 1 is on the distributor. Headers look good on here though. Chrome dipstick now. The other dipstick broke, so I went in and put a chrome one on it. It had laying around already. Bracket's working fine. Now it's just details. One thing I'm thinking about doing, I thought about keeping this factory aluminum intake, but I keep forgetting the simple fact that I have a dirt track extremely close by. I can hear it at night when they race. And the thing is, they already bought the exhaust manifolds. Guy from Race Dirt Tracks. That didn't last very long at all. Put them on there, came got it pretty quick. And several people asked about it because they can't really find them anymore at the salvage yards. And he's telling me that these are pretty popular, so I may post this intake up for trade for an RPM Q-Jet maybe. That'd be about the way I'd go if I changed it out. If these are really that popular, and get rid of it. Alright, so there it is. Looks a lot better. Truck's coming along. Like I said, this truck is not going to be a perfect truck. The paint's flawed. The floors are not perfect. Someone cut and repaired and replaced them before. They're not done right. Well, perfect. They're solid. There's no rust left, so that's good. Crawling up under there, I see more. I'm going to probably undercoat the whole thing underneath because there's a lot of good metal left. It just needs to be coated, painted underneath, all that. Just jazzed up a little bit because this will probably make someone good truck. I got plenty of them, but still gonna do a little bit more, make this thing look a little bit better because, well, why not? And some of it bothers me, so there's always that. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.